of games very well. And Team Flash, I think they have their work cut out for them. They have their backs against the wall currently because this is not looking good in terms of the drafting for them.
Yeah. I'm okay with the Bowman ban because if you notice how SMG has been banning is because they've been banning away Reminiscent. Ling, Bowman, off the it's already taken away. That's something that Reminiscent loves to play. There's still the land slot available. Heck, if you want me to do pull out a Vertigo, they could pull out a Hellcat. It's something that Flash could possibly do as well. But aside of SMG, they secured the Esmeralda as well because it's something that, you know, there's a Diggy that they need to protect, counter pick for themselves, but there's also this counter for the Esmeralda against that Eve and even the Mathilda.
Yep, that's right. I mean, the lineup for SMG looks a bit more robust at this point. You have a lot of CC, you have a lot of escape abilities as well on the side of SMG. Right now, of course, with that, Flash, they haven't had their 4th pick, which looks like, okay, it's going to be a Karina by Reminiscent. Now, that's a good hero to pick. There's a huge burst, good mobility as well. But the question is, how do you deal with Joxxx, Esmeralda? How do you deal with the Enya Archive? Because these two people can displace your entire positioning of your team. And that is one of the things you do not want to go up against when you're playing someone like Eve, playing like someone like Pokemon who's using Poopo and Koopa. You want to have the freedom of space to move around, right? And you need someone to protect Eve when she's using her real world manipulation. So this, I mean, it's looking tough, man.
It's looking tough.
I have to just state this out.
I feel like it's looking tough for you, but I think Flash may have a plan. If you notice, real world manipulation to create havoc, make SMG tunnel vision onto that Eve, then you send the Mathilda with someone, be it a Karina or the Paquito, to go to the back line, find the Irithel, buzz him down, and then Flash using Pokemon and Koopa to clean up house. I think that's how Flash is going to have to try to play this. And now SMG drafting that Lilia going in, this AoE damage will hurt a lot, especially when Team Flash wants to execute something like this. So SMG going in with this very massive heavy fight kind of composition, whereas Team Flash, they have to try pick up. Yes, I know there's an Eve, but that Eve, in my opinion, is to create confusion amongst the ranks.
Yep, I think this game is going to be decided between a battle of Alpha V9 against Rum. Whoever secures more space for their team is going to allow them to farm much faster. We know how this draft works, how it can be pulled off. The question is, can they get the farm in first? Can they get that experience lead? So this first turtle of the game is going to be very important for both teams.
All right, well, let's find out what happens. We're going to go into the second game of the first match. This is, of course, Team SMG going up against Team Flash. We have the draft. We know what's going in. Can Team Flash bounce back after that somewhat disastrous game one, in my opinion? And we're going to go into this one round now. What do you like about the draft? Who do you have the favorite? Is it still with Team SMG?
Of course. I mean, I built it for SMG too. All right. Definitely, I'm going to have to stick to my guns. Another, okay, unbiased opinion right here. SMG, I feel they do have the better draft. They do have the DE to counteract anything that, any form of CCs that from the side of Team Flash could send over. Their main goal right there is to try to protect Enya, make sure that he can run around freely without doing anything. In fact, if you notice, the pathing of SMG is also very interesting. Enya was actually helping out Joxxx to basically try to provide some vision. He gave up the first wave and then coming back in because he knows he's going to get poked out of commission anyways by Pokemon. Best for Irithel to farm under his turret.
Yeah, okay. You talk about the draft, and to be honest, it pains me to say this, but I actually like Team SMG's draft better.
Join the correct orange.
The Esmeralda is the most picked in MPL, PH, as well as Indonesia. Okay, they have 60+ games in both of those leagues, and the fact that it's #1 speaks volumes about it. But as I say that, Pokemon getting a little bit low, does need to be careful. He does have his friend Reminiscent. They get there, and they do get first blood. Derry goes down.
Oh no, and not only that, Joe will also follow suit. You give Karina that 2 kills like that. This is gonna be a snowballing kind of Karina already right off the bat. This is actually quite bad already going in for SMG after all these praises.
Okay, Team Flash, this is they tend to be more early, right? Let's, you know, hold our horses a little bit.
Okay.
I was very hyped up by the last game in the sense that, you know, we had a huge advantage or pushing the lane as Team Flash, but it's one of those things where, hey, if we get to the mid to late game, I think Team SMG know how to play it. Alpha V9 goes in on run, but man, this Esmeralda is just so strong.
Esmeralda is really strong, right? It's just the innate ability to take away shields and gain shields of your own is actually a little bit too powerful in my opinion. But that's the reason why Esmeralda is being picked. It's a very good flanker, good AoE, good tank as well going to a late lane. But let's take a look. Flash already looking at the turtle for now. SMG already has full turtle priority, but Joe and Rum zoning it out.
Yeah, the real manipulation on the side of this.
Oh, wow!
About a quarter of life. He's going to take
Whoa!
that. Joxxx will secure that one. Just a massive turn. A1, A2 is going to have to limp away. Kayzeepi looks to be up next. Rum will spin and take that kill. Alpha V9 is looking to just skirmish with him, but Rum walks away.
SMG, big brain mechanics hauler. They know that Reminiscent is going in for the Retribution skill, and Joxxx immediately popped the heavy spin, pushes Reminiscent away. You saw, it's like a kid trying to get candy, but the adult doesn't allow it. Reminiscent gets denied away the turtle. SMG secures the first turtle.
All right, that was actually kind of very personal with the whole,
Yeah.
kid not getting candy. I felt like maybe, I don't know about you, but I was kind of feeling, I was like, yeah, man, I just wanted that piece of candy. Why wouldn't my parents let me have it?
I had a better childhood than you, I guess. But
You were spoiled as a kid. That's all it was.
Yeah, I was kind of spoiled. But let's take a look at the emblems right there. Once again, no difference. But the only thing I need to highlight is the Karina going for the jungle emblem. This means that this Karina should be going for a tank build instead. Because if you want to go for, this magic assassin, you will go for the mystery shop instead to get down the Reaper right off the bat. But as we were talking about this, Derry goes down for the second time.
Yeah, Derry, not a great start to him. A little off with his positioning right now, which is a little worrying. Because you can get caught out by Pokemon. But as I say that, the real manipulation, a little bit of zoning. Pokemon's going to continue to fight with this one. Derry goes down yet again. And Enya's going to walk away. Joxxx as well. But man, Derry, it's one of those things where, hey, if I died once, I could die a second time, right? No.
Yeah, okay. This reminds me, I'm not too sure whether SMGSG is doing this, but it kind of reminds me of the feeding Diggy strat that we see in Season 1, right? But then again, this may not be. I think that was a mistake earlier just now as Derry was a little bit too aggressive in terms of putting up these fights. Flash, remember, giving kills over to Reminiscent is a bad idea. Reminiscent will snowball very, very quickly, and that's something that you do not want to be. But in the meantime, look at SMG putting a lot of pressure at the bottom side because Turtle spawning right now.
Yeah, it's going to be spawning, but I think that Akai is one of those heroes you just don't want to deal with, right? Especially early. Joxxx has just done a great job, ensure that, he's secure there. Rum is there, and I think that they're just going to give this off. There's no way for Team Flash to contest here.
It is basically like the kid at the candy store again. The adults keep saying, no, you're never going to get a candy. And
let it go, man. Let it go.
I'm never going to let it go. SMG. Oh, Enya finds himself in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, and they get that one, and Pokemon will secure the outer turret, and this is, again, how Team Flash likes to play. They want to get that early snowball going. Hopefully they have a little bit more momentum to end the game. We want to go to a game 3.
Yeah, now remember Team Flash, even in the drop before going to game number 2, they're already focused on Enya. Team Flash putting so much pressure on Enya. I feel like this time around, we need to see how Rum step it up. Can he hold the lane against Alpha V9? Knowing that Alpha V9 always like to rotate very quickly. So what Rum could possibly do, exactly what I just said. He's doing exactly what I wanted to. Focus down on the lane. You play towards your lane, create this breakthrough at the bottom side in case Team Flash decides to switch the crosshairs from Enya to Rum. Rum can possibly survive and run away.
It's actually very smart right there, right? The fact that you lost your top T1 or whatever, but you traded for the bottom T1.
Yeah.
So all in all, not the worst
Alpha
in the world,
V9.
but as I say that, it looks like they're going to continue. Enya getting a little bit low, does need to be careful. Alpha V9 goes actually back into this one, but Joxxx on the flank. They do end up hitting him with the heavy spin, just doing so much work. Nobody dying from SMG, so this is a massive win. Can they get this turret as well?
I think they can take this turret. There's no way that Reminiscent should be able to defend this. And don't forget, there's always 3 men around there. So Team Flash need to try to find something elsewhere, pressuring on the mid lane. But Joe, on that Lilia, could potentially just AoE wave clear there quickly. SMG takes top side easily.
All right, but let's check out that instant right play on the top. I think that was actually one of the more interesting ones. We're going to have to see how things kind of worked out.
Okay, so what Alpha V9 did was he tried to flank, but Gary popping in the time journey. Then all of a sudden, the knock up, the flank advantage that you had just got cancelled out, and Enya comes back in with the fight. And don't forget, he picked an emblem, a very defensive marksman. Emblem should be able to heal and gain some sprint, but hold on a second.
Oh, he's been stuck in. He's been thrown back into this one. Real manipulation. He's going to get blursted right there. Kayzeepi not even able to let him get his black shoes off. Joxxx is going to continue to fight. Rum is now here, but they've gotten what they wanted, and I think Team Flash can run away. Kayzeepi, you want to play a little bit safer, but no. But Pokemon and Kayzeepi continue to fight, and Pokemon got bursted by Rum. Just the amount of damage is on point. Joxxx is on the backside, and they get Derry in return, but all in all, not the worst fight.
This is not the worst fight. If you notice SMG, look at how they're pathing. They don't really want to pick the fight. Rum is like, no man, I want to fight them. He literally 1v4 everyone and picked up Pokemon as well. SMG, I think the rest of the members like, they're not ready for this. They're not even trying to go in. They already lost one man, but Rum. Man, that dude is a legend. And not only just that, the reason why he could do this is because he's been farmed up at the bottom side. He's been focusing on lane, pushing it down. Alpha V9, while he's, doing this creative flanks, it's actually hurting Alpha V9 instead.
Yeah, he's provided so much space. He's been in the right team fights when he needs to be. He's just been on point. But let me talk a little bit about Joxxx as well.
Sure.
Joxxx is the guy that, he's helped the team secure 3 turtles at this stage. Very, very smart, and just helps them get back in this one. Considering the net worth is almost negligible at this point, as I say that, Joxxx gets gone on, he dashes to safety. The wolf is there, but it's going to just be backing off there. I don't think that they're going to do any more damage. Everybody just kind of retreats.
Look at the Kaya Jam spread of SMGSG. 3-man mid, focusing down to protect a 5-man against Team Flash, using Joe to wave clear very quickly. SMGSG, on the other hand, put pressure on these side lanes. I love SMG, what they're doing, so coordinated in terms of the map control. But let's take a look at the items. In terms of the core items for Aerodel, it's already picked up. Wind Talker provides so much movement speed, and also even with the Berserker series, it's going to do a lot more damage. And then, for the side of this Diggy as well, going for Dom Ice instead, you want to try to slow down the attack speed of Pokemon Koopa so that you can take some damage, take some hurts, and also it provides you with the anti-healing, especially from something that Kayzeepi could do.
Yeah, I haven't really seen the impact of Pokemon right now. I mean, he had an amazing game the last one, and this one seems to be a little bit more muted in that sense. But as I say, that Rum looking to get a little bit of fight with Alpha V9, who dashes to safety. That should end things. But, it's one of those things where Pokemon last time was already at the, the inhibitor turret by the 4th, 5th minute, right? It was very fast. This game is completely different. Team SMG have figured things out.
Yes, I tell you this, SMGSG has adapted quickly on the fly. That's why I was telling you guys, I am basically this I'm on the loud here telling all of you, SMGSG is this dark horse of Season 4. They took that title away from Evil, and now they've already have Lord Priority.
They have Lord Priority. They're going to continue to do damage on this one, but Team Flash are all there. They have all 5 members. Kayzeepi going to scout out Rum.
Doing it again.
Don't really want to go into this one. Oh, Rum. Half-life, real-world manipulation. Kayzeepi is the first to fall on this one. Derry will secure that one. Derry looking to be next on this list. And he's looking to fight this one. Remaniscent, though, he goes down. Joxxx will secure that kill. Just so much control, but they do have the knock-up. Derry does go down in the end. Rum very low as well, but they're going to back off here, and SMG come out the victors.
Of course, SMG, not only just that, they have 4 men right here that can easily secure this Lord. There's no way from the side of Team Flash to basically steal that away. Alpha V9, if you notice, he's pathing, he's going away. He know that there's no way that SMG could, Flash could take the Lord away. But let's take a look at the instant replay earlier just now, right? I'm gonna break it down for you. What SMG did was good. Rum, he picked up a good fight. He tried to bait out most of the damage from the side of Team Flash. And after that, Joxxx coming in from the back line, pins down the jungler. That means that this is an instant free Lord. Basically, once the jungler goes down for the side of Team Flash, SMG knows this Lord is theirs to take.
Okay, look, I don't like to point fingers at people, but when your roamer dies out very quickly, like Kayzeepi did, as a roamer, you just want to survive. As I say that, Alpha V9 having a hard time, might not survive. Okay, he does.
He does.
But it's one of those things where Kayzeepi, you want to just cast as many spells as possible, run away, go to safety, and then be able to cast them again. As a roamer, you want to stay alive. He has not been able to do that. He's been focused first in almost all the team fights, and they're suffering because of that.
Oh, another team fight happening.
Real-world manipulation, Reminiscent looking to get going, but Rum on the flank with the heavy swing pushes A1, A2 back, and Reminiscent is on the wrong side of this one. Alpha V9 trying to do as much damage, but Rum just doing so much work. So much damage. Can he spin to win? No, he goes down in the end. Alpha V9 will secure that kill. That's a massive one. They need to focus on Rum.
Team Flash all in on top of Enya. They dumped everything. Not only just on Enya, also on Rum as well. Yes, and they walk away scot-free. And with that said, Team Flash will penetrate through the midpoint, but there's still a Lord up top, which they need to go back and, you know, it's a delayed homework. It's a homework that you forgot yesterday, and you just have to go back and finish it. Team Flash is doing exactly that. Not a lot of this. Team Flash right now is just on pure damage control.
Why are you pointing at me with the homework not being done?
Hey, come on, are you a bad kid when you're a kid?
No, I was a good kid, thank you very much. But let's talk about the good kids in the players' gold. Pokemon on top, Rum. We knew he was going to be on top as well, but Enya, Alpha V9, anybody kind of stick out to you?
Rum is not supposed to have the highest gold, but that's the reason why he has one of the highest gold is because he's been farming off the other side of the map, playing cross-map, getting a lot of farm, getting a lot of gold, and also in terms of the kills, because Team Flash has been focusing on top of Enya instead. So Enya receive a lot of pressure, and there's always fights happening on top side. If there's fights, you can't focus on farming, and that's why, you know, Rum is one of the leading in terms of two-player.
Okay, you talk a lot about Rum, and don't get me wrong, he's getting gone on here, which is a great thing, but I think you'll be fine. I think we can talk about Joxxx. The dude is level 15. The enemy team right now, the highest is Alpha V9. As I say that, they've ended up bursting on Reminiscent, which is pretty massive right there. But Joxxx is just the amount of control, the heavy swing, just everything that you need from a jungler, and Joxxx has been able to do that.
Yeah, and now looking at what Team Flash and SMG has traded XP laner for their jungler, no retreat for the next 22 seconds. Lord spawning in for 12. Flash will need to, SMG, if they really want to win this, they need to take this Lord very quickly. Yes, they do not have Rum, but they can force an issue because the Lord has spawned. Reminiscent will take additional another 10 seconds or 5 seconds just to reach that Lord, and by then, if SMG, they focus this down very quickly, it might be too late for Team Flash.
Yeah, too little, too late at this point. Rum is going to get back in the action. He's up in about, he's up now right now, and he's going to make a beeline for that Lord. But as I say that, Team Flash is looking to just fix the lanes.
Yes.
Provide a little bit of space. You got a little bit of air cover, so to speak, before you get into the Lord, which they're setting themselves up for.
Yeah, the window opportunity for SMG has already closed. Reminiscence has already been there. The fact is, Team Flash, you know, they created so much pressure in the lanes. SMG forced to dance around the Lord instead, not focusing on down the Lord. They need to go back and react to the lane. So Team Flash, yes, with how Team Flash has rotated around, focusing down the lanes, they've bought themselves enough time. And then, with that said, they have Lord priority.
They have Lord priority, but it's one of those things where Team Flash are able to kind of compete, right?
Yep.
Especially with the bottom lane pushing. Somebody's going to, you know, have to deal with that. Rum is looking to cut the minions, so he's doing a good job with that. But back into this Lord one, does Joxxx actually want to commit for this one, like it's Team SMG, or do you want to continue this waltz?
I think SMG needs to continue on this waltz, because if you take a look at the turrets, SMG has an open mid lane turret, whereas Flash, you know, they steal this outer mid lane turret. There's so much space on the side of Team Flash to navigate around, but speaking of space, Rum try to create more at the bottom side, but he gets focused on by two. But SMG, knowing that there's two members, they have to pull the trigger, they'll focus on the Lord instead.
Yeah, they're going to focus on that one and provide so much space. Rum has now joined the fight, but they're going to start this one. Team Flash are probably in the worst position here, but they could potentially steal. The rule manipulation, just to zone more than anything else. Joxxx is on the backside of this, does see this. Nobody's really taking damage. As I say that, Derry's about half-life, doesn't need to be careful. Oh, they found Enya, and they're looking to burst him, and do they get him? And Alpha V9 will secure that one. That's a massive win thus far. Rum is now on the run. Paquito is on the backside, trying to cut off the former retreat. Rum is looking to fight. Alpha V9 does need to be careful, and he gets to safety. Pokemon is sticking around with the Lord. They're going to continue on this fight. Rum does go down in the end, but the Lord is now here. Joe, SMG, what do?
Joe, XMG, they need to try to buy some time, but they need to try to push the wave, do exactly what Team Flash do against them. This is bad for SMG, right? They lost Enya so quickly. Alpha V9 comes in for the flank. Derry wasn't there to open up the map, allow him with information. They lost two of their most infested players from the side of SMG, and Team Flash take this Lord without any fight at all.
Ooh, that was the cleanest. That's their first objective. That was very clean. They got what they wanted. They got the numbers advantage. They made sure they won the team fight before they committed for it. They had numbers. They knew exactly what they had to do. Very smart by Team Flash. Very veteran move. Now, what can they do on the back of this one, especially since the Lord is pushing the bottom lane?
Okay, the best part is from the side of Team Flash, use the real-world manipulation, which A1, A2 has already installed to push alongside. With that, you should be able to penetrate the bottom side of the map. And while, you know, SMG is focusing on the bottom side, Team Flash could rotate or even take down the mid lane turret very quickly. I like how Team Flash is really forcing the issue, not giving SMG any moment to breathe. They allow SMG to breathe, and they took a deep breath. They won game 1. Team Flash, they want to bring it to game number 3.
Oh, the Lord charges real manipulation as well. That's going to zone. Kayzeepi's right out front. They got what they wanted,
Joxxx!
but the heavy swing is going to do some work, pushing him completely back. Pokemon has been dead. That's most of the damage. This is a worrying fight. They need to retreat. Team Flash is on the run. Alpha V9, does he get to safety? He dashes. He's fine for now, and that's pretty much all she wrote for now, but look, the lanes are all pushing.
Yes, what I love about SMG is that they don't push. They don't push that issue. Yes, they got down Pokemon. Usually, the bloodlust goes into your veins, and you really want to try to fight and kill off Flash one by one. SMG, they know what to do. They protected their turrets. Yes, it's a little bit battered, but it's still a good move. SMG, they know what to do. I just wish my ranked teammates does this.
No. I just no. Of course not. Of course not. Be on the same page with you? What game are you playing, sir?
Yeah, I always solo queue, but that's a little bit too difficult. But then again, let's take a look at damage dealt for the side of SMG. Enya got zoned out hard. Team Flash has identified the threat, but from that threat, from the ashes, rise, rum. I love what SMG is doing, and they adapted towards Team Flash.
It's been great. And A1, A2 is on top with the damage dealt, right? The dude puts out the real manipulation. He's just standing there. He's a statue. The enemy team need to react a little bit better. I think that Team SMG have kind of let him do too much things. They're like, oh, we could take through this box. But in the end, he's very squishy. If you kill him out at the end, it just solves all of your problems.
Yes. That's why Joxxx come in with the flank, right? That was a very weird flank coming in, but Joxxx run takes it a bit low.
Oh, he's so low at this point. He's gonna res for now, but he does have his teammates that are coming in. Joxxx is a little bit low with the real manipulation on the perfect side, but do they get any kills? No. A lot of damage. It's been spread out, but nothing really of value. As I say that, they did get the mid T1, so the inhibitor turret is not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, was that enough?
That is a big driver, if you ask me, Hauler. It is enough. Team Flash falsify at the bottom side. SMG overreacts, and then all of a sudden you see Reminiscent focusing down the mid lane, and now that's 2 open lanes. Team Flash also has a very soft, SMG has a very soft top side as well. So SMG, if they really want to take this Lord, they need to be a little bit smart about this. Need to play against a wave because Team Flash, they do have 2 super minions marching down 2 lanes at once. SMG needs to play it smart.
Okay, but Rum was in the bottom lane. Was just scouted, but they do struck the Lord, and Derry, it needs to be careful. The real manipulation, again, just more zoning, no real value on this one, which is my worry. Because now, what did you get out of this? The Lord is back to full. Team SMG are all in the right position. So it's kind of those awkward situations. You go for something or all in or nothing.
Okay, SMG right now, they're out, at least for the real world manipulation, it baits out Derry's time journey. So now this is something that will be able to change. But Joe!
Oh, he gets back. The Black Shoes is going to keep him alive. He was playing on a very, very dangerous game right there. As I say that, the Lord is about half-life, something you need to be careful about. Rum's in the mid lane, probably needs to make his way in, but he's going to be kind of zoned out, at least by Kayzeepi, but the Lord, I don't know if they commit for this one. As I say that, Rum does get to safety.
And not only just that, because of Rum, he baits the whole team away from Flash. Joxxx does have the heavy spin. They need to force the issue. He may be taken away by SMG.
The Lord is going to be going on right now. Pokemon is looking to just fight this one. Can they have the burn? No! Joxxx will get that steal. Absolutely massive. Kayzeepi is looking to be on next, but Joxxx dashes to safety. He's fine for now. Joe is looking to fight this one. He's going to go in. Kayzeepi so low with Pokemon. They do need to be careful. There's going to be the res, but man, that was actually massive.
That is massive for SMG. Rum dragged every single one from Team Flash. Team Flash tunnel vision once again. And look at SMG. They're all like super better at quarter HP. But we need to take a look at the replay and what actually went down. What allowed SMG to pick up this Lord. Real world manipulation go in, a little bit zone in. This is the second one and from a very long drawn out team fight. If you notice what Joxxx is doing exact same thing as the candy thing earlier just now. Pushing Reminiscent away to the wall, unable to retribution, and Joxxx just picked it up for free.
Oh man, like just part of me, I'm just like, you need to know where Joxxx is at all moments. It's one of those things where, don't get me wrong, Rum is one of the types where you need to deal with as well.
Yes.
But it's one of those things where Joxxx is the one, that's the dangerous one, especially against the Lord. You needed to have won that one.
Oh,
but
no.
As I say that, Kayzeepi dashes to safety, at least for now. He's not going to get away. The Lord is there, the real manipulation, just everything is being committed. They want to get something out of this one. They have to stop the push. Alpha V9 is down next. Joe will secure that one. Team Flash are on the run, and they're running running with their tails between their legs.
Not only just that, this is an Evolved Lord. More damage, more damage reduction as well, and they will use it as this siege unit against Team Flash.
Oh, Reminiscent is looking to just get the res, at least for now. Enya gets there, but he does go down in the end, and that looks to be it. Team SMG again with the comeback. They've just done too much. The base has just been in shambles, and it looks like Team SMG with another comeback win.
What did I tell you guys, ladies and gents? SMG, the true dark horse of MPL Season 4, taking that title away from Evil, went up against Team Flash. This team from SMG, they came in for the second time from the qualifiers, and they managed to take down, I think it was top 3s in Season 3.
Okay, when I see Team Flash like that, it's one of those things where I thought